Hey, this is Chris.
And I'm Fraser, and you're listening to
Ramble,
Record.
repeat. I'll just sit back here. You muted my mic, then you unmuted my mic. I don't have to do anything. I just sit here and talk. I love it.
I'm in the power seat here, Chris.
You got the power. We'll call you He-Man.
I got the power. The power. How you been, you beautiful bastard?
Been good. How you been?
Good. Things have been good and busy, but good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, we recorded about 2 months ago. And we've been chatting here and there and everywhere, but not as much as we normally do. Everybody's been busy, but
because you did the Toronto show and then you had a Barrie show too, right?
Yeah. So the Barrie show was June. No,
yeah. It was
June,
and then April was the
March. I don't know.
The Toronto show was the second one.
So we didn't talk about Barrie.
We didn't talk about Barrie. We didn't talk because that was June.
We talked about Toronto, I think.
We talked a bit about Toronto, yeah. It's just so that I had the week's holidays and then I had the interview for.
Yes.
I don't think I told everyone else about it.
No, you talked to me about it.
I had an interview for the next step in my career at TTC, and it's for the OTC training department. So I would not be driving the bus anymore. I would be training people. So I had to do a presentation, a interview, and a road test. And my presentation the topic they gave me was my favorite board game. I'm a board game nerd for those who know me. So I picked the game Suro, the game of pathways. I brought it up to your house countless times. We played it. I even asked Paula to make me some pieces, and I know she did. We just haven't had a chance to get them from you guys to hold the tiles in place better. But I passed. I passed everything. I am just in the hiring pool right now. So I think everything that was happening with like the potential strike and all of that stuff was kind of throwing everything into limbo. So they said I'm in the hiring pool for 6 months from when I did the interview.
Okay.
And if the position becomes available, they'll contact me.
Nice.
So I've gotten it, but I don't got it yet.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that there's progression.
It's always nice to know that there's somewhere else to go and there's other areas to advance rather than just staying where you are.
Exactly. And it felt like I just felt like I was spinning my wheels. I guess I'm
You literally were spinning multiple wheels.
Like the work was getting better, but things kept changing at home and situations kept changing at home. So the work that I was able to get that would give me weekends, it didn't work for us at home. So everything just kind of wasn't working. And I was just like, I literally felt like I was running forward, but just standing in place.
Yeah.
So then this happened, which was good. I'm already a divisional trainer. So I'm a trainer on the divisional level, but I'm going for a trainer for the whole company, and the position would be bus. So training people on bus and maintenance. Millwright and all that stuff, which is what I went to school for.
Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah.
I didn't know it was for that position. And it kind of lined up, like what's the saying? All the ducks lined up.
Ducks in a row.
All the ducks in a row. Yeah, it kind of lined up. So that's what the guy said. He's like, oh yeah, you didn't know this position was for maintenance training too? I go, no, it just said bus on the damn application. Yeah. So I just took it as that's all it was.
Well, they probably loved seeing your resume with that background.
They're of like, everything.
Oh my God, he ticks all of our boxes.
So we're just waiting and seeing now. Now that the strike was completely averted, thank God I didn't want to go on strike. I was going to. I would have done it because I'm like, it's my job, right? Like I got to do what I'm not going to not do it.
Yeah, you're part of that group, so you have to.
I did not want to, and I can tell you this: a lot of people didn't want to.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We voted yes because we were using it as a bargaining tactic. Like that's all I voted yes for. It gives us more leverage at the table. Mm-hmm. If you asked me what I wanted, I did not want more money. I did not want more. The benefits we have is really good, so I didn't want more benefits. I wanted more time away, more like home time, more time with people. So they asked me what I wanted. And I go, I wanted emergency days back. Because you know, as a parent, shit happens.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to burn a sick day for something stupid. I'd rather use them. So we got some variation of emergency day back, which I was very happy with. And I also wanted more vacation day, which they did not do because they can only do so much at a certain time.
Yeah, that's a big one. Having that family time and the extra time off and
it's mental health is huge, man. Like, it's just you don't realize how much you need it. And the time I was talking to Miles about this too, and that like you don't realize how much you need just to switch off. And that's why I love not living in Toronto anymore. I can work in Toronto, and then when I come home, I don't think about work because it's there.
Yeah,
it could stay over there. I don't want it to come here because Toronto's a whole different kind of crazy. It is insane now. Like the shit that you see there, it's just people are even weirder.
Yeah, they made some changes even at our work recently where they did position reevaluations and company-wide evaluations on our current policies from HR. Okay. So they changed. So our days are now, they used to be called, I think, just sick days. Now they're not. They rebranded them to, it might be called like personal leave or something like that. And they can be used for if you're sick, if your child or spouse is sick or a family member is sick, mental health days. Like you don't have to be just sick to be able to take them.
Yeah.
And they changed our benefits package a little bit, so we get some better coverage for things like eyeglasses and
that's really good.
Certain dental things. So that'll increase over the next couple of years as well. And then we've had a policy in place for a while now, but it's like what you said. It's called I think they called it like, it's like the right to shut off or the right to something like that, where you can go home and you do not have to do anything work related. You just shut off. They're not allowed to bug you at home, right? Now, awesome. Certain people, myself included,
because you're like the boss, right?
Well, the type of job we have with related to
IT,
computers and IT, when something goes down, it needs to be corrected. So there's a little less.
There's a wiggle room. Like they can only call you if it's like an emergency. Like if turning it on and turning it off to fix it.
Exactly. Like if I'm off and my team can handle it, awesome. But they know they can reach out to me if they have to.
And you're lucky enough you're close enough, right? So it's not like it's
not a big deal.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
So
yeah, man. Like I know like that time away and the time to shut, not even just time with your family, but like when was the last time you did something just for you? Like just yourself, not even buying anything or doing, just like sit down and just not have to worry about anything else around the house.
Yeah.
Your family, nothing.
Yeah.
Never happens.
It's hard to do it.
And the thing is, like, and when you do it, you have that parent guilt and the work, like all that other stupid guilt comes in. Like, it's like, oh, I could totally be doing this, but you know, so like I've been making a point now to take like 10, 15 minutes, and Ashley did suggest this, and I really appreciate her suggestion, and to read in bed.
Okay,
like, right next to her, and I've been on a comic, graphic novel bend or kicker, and I bought like 4 recently.
Okay,
and I'll talk about those a little later, but I've been reading those before bed, like a little bit, like, and it's just been nice just to have that no screen time, like the phone gone. I put it down. I don't look at it till the morning, and then I read my book, and it's been nice. It's actually been really good. Not even like I haven't even been having time to like game really, but just video comics has been nice. It's been kind of just nice to unwind.
That's what they say. You should do that, right? Like I think they say like 2 hours before bed, you're technically should be shutting off like your phone, your TV, anything that's going to stimulate you.
Your butt plugs.
Your butt plugs, your vibrators, your nipple clips. And
no, those stay on. Those are digital. Those are analog. They're not digital.
And then you're supposed to just maybe some calming music and read a book or just chillax. I mean, I don't do it, but It's probably good practice to do it.
It's only been 15 minutes that I've been reading, but it's been nice. Like it's
Yeah.
just, it helps you really decompress. And I know it's weird, but it's comics, so it is gory as hell, the ones that I'm reading. But it's calming. Like the next series I want to get, if I can find them on the cheap. And you know how I am. I like getting the hardcovers as opposed to the soft covers. Like I want to get the Invincible, the full set. And I know it's 12 graphic novels, which is not terrible, but they're the thicker graphic novels. So they're like $40 new.
So is that like the Walking Dead thickness of those ones? Kind of like that?
Not like the one you have.
No,
because you have the thicker ones, right?
Well, they're not super thick. They're like,
you know, the Walking Dead that I have.
Thick. You have the you have the big thick ones, right? Like you have encyclopedia thick.
No. I have. I'll pull one out.
That's what she said.
no, she wouldn't. Well, maybe this weekend she would have said that. But so I have these ones.
Turn it sideways. Yeah, that's ones I have.
Yeah, I don't have like the
big one has like 6 of those in it or something.
Yeah, like
right?
3 of these in it.
Or 3, yeah. I have those ones too. So yeah. So that's the size of the Invincible ones.
Yeah, that's the exact size of the Invincible ones. And I think that's a good size to have. It's easy to read. I do have like a Venom one, which is the full, it's called the Omnibus. And it's like this full story from start to finish of Venom. And I have this one because Donny Cates was the writer on it. And Donny Cates is a really, really good writer. Like his stories, like he just does a really good job. But it is so hard to fucking read because it is like massive. It's like a Big Mac thick. You know what I'm saying? And it's huge, but it's so good. And he just released his run on Thor, which is just as good as the Venom one. And I'm gonna get it because I like him, but it's such an impractical size of book to read. Yeah, it's like exactly like the Encyclopedia of Nothing, and I'm just sitting here with this giant goddamn book. But it's good. It's like really well done. But the size of the Walking Deads are the perfect size. I haven't gone anything past 13. 13 is what I have.
I think you're well ahead of me.
I don't even know how many more there are. I know it's done. I know The Walking Dead is finished.
The comic run too?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, the show's still on.
Well, yeah, they've switched to they're doing a new show.
Rick. It's like
Rick and Michonne.
Walking Dead. We're gonna rickle your pickle or something like that.
I think I only have 8 of them, maybe 9 of them. It's hard to tell from this angle. Because I would like to finish it. I haven't bought any in a long time.
It kind of got stale. Like it was good. You know, my problem is the first graphic novel. The very first one that came out, the art style on that was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. And then it changed over time. Like the artist, that guy was only there for the first like 7 issues, and it lost that oomph for me. Hold on, let me see how many there are. Hardcover graphic. Now it's gonna bug me. Oh my god, I'm pulling a Derek. I could be worse things. I love Derek. He's got a punum. Holy shit. Sorry for my cussing. This one's like $7 for the number 1. Book 16 is the last book. So I literally have 3 more to get. And I'm not doing it.
I'm about halfway there. I'll finish it off one day. I'd like to read them all. I'd like to, because I think the one I'm on, and it's been a while since I read it, is the what are the ones where they wear the other people's skin? What are they called?
That's the alphas, the alpha and the omega people.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at, because Negan's gone in. I think Negan's gone in the one I read. I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah, but I kind of dropped off on reading it. That one is like, I don't know. After Negan, it just felt the same to me. Like I don't know why. Like maybe I was a zombied out. I needed a break. It's the same with the show. Yeah. I stopped watching the show after the whole Glenn thing with Negan. I knew it was going to happen. But I just lost. And I'm not doing spoilers because it's been out for a while. So suck it up if you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I went through that. I'm kind of on these Elseworld kicks now of comics. So like the Deceased storyline. It's only 5 hardcovers, but it's like the DC universe with zombies.
Oh, kind of like Marvel Zombies.
But it's 5 issues, and then it like shows like Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman all get killed, turned to zombies right away. So then it's Damian Wayne, which is Bruce's son, Jonathan Kent, which is Clark's son, and then Cassie. I don't remember her last name, but she's not Wonder Woman's daughter, but she's like the successor to Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. What was that? Jesus,
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you banging shit around over there. You're getting all. Wow, it sounds like you're playing bass. The people listening to this are gonna probably hate that. But yeah, so it shows them, and then time passes, so they're now the next Superman, the next Batman, and the next Wonder Woman. They're older.
Plus zombies.
And they're zombies. It's really good. Cool. John Constantine, amazing. Like, whoever wrote John Constantine just knew how to write John Constantine. Write John Constantine. So well done. The Hellblazer. So I highly recommend that. Then I got DC versus Vampires, which I know I talked about previously. And the next Elseworlds I got is, I haven't read these yet because I just picked them up, is Dark Knights of Steel. And it's just 2 graphic novels. So I don't know if you can see that. So that's what if the DC universe was in the medieval times.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah. So it's the L family, which is Superman and that, versus like the other families and stuff. And you find out that Bruce is his stepbrother. So he's not like a Hugh, he's a stepbrother. And then like the Joker's in it. They call him the Green Man, and he's like crazy. And a bunch of stuff. And it's I've like read up on it, and like it's the Amazonians. And like that's a cool picture where it's like half Superman, half Batman.
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool story. I enjoyed this more than the vampire ones. Like I've read bits and pieces. Like I've read the singles, but I just wanted the hardcovers for myself. I'm kind of one of those people where it's like, I've already read it, but I want it.
Yeah.
It's like movies, right? I've already watched this movie.
Where's your go-to for comics? Are you ordering them online, or you're going to a store?
Indigo. I know I should be. I know I should be. I know I should be supporting small comic stores.
Yep.
They are so hard to find now.
Mm-hmm.
And I am also an Indigo Plum,
like member. Yeah, the Plum
member.
Plum Rewards.
So I get 10. I get 10% off every book, not just a lump sum of every book gets 10% off.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Plus, it adds to my money towards it. Then I can use that money towards buying stuff at Indigo.
Okay.
And it works online or in person. So I'm like, okay. And I got those. And then I ended up picking up The Last Ronin, the second one, The Lost Years, where it's about the other the new 4 turtles being trained by April and Casey. And it just, look how nice that looks. Yeah. Like that just looks crisp. It's such a nice looking book, a nice looking cover.
And are they not making a show out of that now?
A video game.
Is it a video game? I thought
where
they were
you're the Ronin. Show. They might be making a movie, depending on
okay.
A movie. And then the next book I got is Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is the one I'm currently reading beside my bed right now. So if you know anything about DC, they have crisis events all the fucking time. Like literally just, they wake up, crisis alert! It's like from Community, right? So they have their crises all the time. Crises, if it's plural, is it crises? They have their issues all the time, and this is the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. So it's like a bunch of people are trying to erase their world, and it's again Jonathan Kent, because the Justice League is dead, air quotes dead, and it's about like the kids kind of taking over. And Jonathan Kent is just, whoever's writing him is really pumping out that Superman Hope Corps kind of thing, where it's like Superman standing defiant against all odds kind of thing, which I really like. In the Deceased one, it was Jonathan, and like he was fighting Trigon, which is like pretty much a grand demon who's like a god, pretty much. Like he is a god for the DC universe. And he's like, "What are you? You're nothing but a speck." And then it's just Superman, as Jonathan Kent goes, "Yeah, and this speck says stop." And it's just unwavering, like I'm not gonna do it. And then he hits the demon, and the guy who wrote it, he's like, and just like that, a mortal being pushed a demon. And it's just really well written, and it's just, and then it continues into this, like just what he does. He stands up against everyone because he's trying to make his dad proud, and then make Jonathan Kent, which is the dad, like the grandpa, which he was named after, proud. So it's just one big thing, and it's really well done. It's one of those, like, for a comic, it's a feel good moment, which is nice because half the time, like I said, it's gory as fuck. Like, a dude got shot in the eye. You know, Beast Boy, the dude who could fucking shot in the eye, point blank, death stroke, shot him in the eye. Crazy, boom. And then so that's kind of been my little thing right now. I haven't been really playing games. We do the New York Times games, like the Wordle, the Connection.
We do all of that. Wordle, Connections,
and Mini.
And
I love the Mini.
The string. What's the new one? The string.
Oh, there's a new one? I haven't done any new ones.
So the new one, Strands, where it's like a word search.
Ooh, I love word searches, and I love crosswords.
Yeah.
So
I haven't got Wordle yet today.
It's pickle.
Did you get Wordle yet?
No, I haven't done it. I normally do it like when I go up to bed. We'll do.
I do it in the morning when I first wake up. So,
but it's good. It keeps your mind fresh.
Yeah, it does. I love it, and the minis are fun too.
The minis are so good. Some of them are stupid as crap, though. Like they're stupid as crap, and then the other ones are a lot of fun.
Well, you'll have to let me know how you did the mini today, because I solved the mini in 1 minute and 14 seconds today.
Were you doing it next to your computer so you could just type in the question?
No, I didn't. I did it all by myself.
You know why I do it at night when they first release it? So I'm not tempted to look up the stupid hints. Because sometimes
I only
there's
look
one
up
or
the
two
hints for connections if I really, really get stuck.
There's some that are just like they make no. I hate the ones in the mini that's 2 words in one, like yours true, like bullshit. Yeah. Just give me a fucking word. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Those are always the ones I get last.
Yeah, they're fun.
You guys should play that, and we could actually just join each other as friends, and then they have that now.
They do.
Yeah, you could join each other as friends, and then you can share your scoreboard. I think your leaderboard.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, I'm going to add you as a friend, Chris. I'm going to share this link.
But I'm not subscribed. Does that matter?
I don't think so. I'm going to send it to you and see what happens. There, I just sent it to you on Facebook. That's the noise it makes. That's my new Facebook message.
Add me to your New York Times. Subscribe to play.
I just sent it. Oh, it does say you have to do it?
I have to log in, but I don't want to pay for it.
Oh, no, it says they don't need to be subscribers. I'm just literally looking at it right now.
Let me see. Let me sign in.
Invite friend to join your leaderboard to participate. They'll just need a New York Times account. They don't need to be subscribers.
Okay, so let me see.
And the link I just sent you on thing.
Yeah, I clicked it.
Did you click it?
I'm just signing in now.
You fool! You clicked it.
It's possible. What's going on? Yes, it's me. I got a new phone. I got the Google Pixel 8 now.
No, you went to Google?
Yeah.
You boob.
Well, it used to be access blocked. The New York Times request does not comply with Google's policy.
Ha ha! I told you, you fool. You went to Google and you have problems.
Okay. So apparently I can't.
I'm no longer with Google.
But yeah, I'm the Pixel 8. I love it. It's very
nice. I went back to the S24. I'm Samsung, and I love it. I don't have any issues like I did with To be fair, I think the Google Pixel 6 was probably their worst one. Yeah. I heard the 7 was okay and the 8 is better. But
yeah, this is the 8 Pro, and it's so far so good.
The 6 was so bad. I had so many issues with the 6 to the point where like I couldn't call my parents home.
Oh, that is bad.
Yeah, and it was something that Google was doing. It was just blocking the call. I don't know why.
Damn Google.
Damn, I can't say it too loud. It's listening.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean, Fraser?
What are you doing, Fraser? That is highly irregular.
Yeah. What do you mean, Dave?
You mentioned games. I'm actually playing a game.
No, you're not. You don't play games. You just collect them and then they get dusty.
So I was on YouTube just kind of randomly watching stuff.
You don't go on YouTube randomly. Get out of here.
There was a guy who is a speedrunner.
Okay.
And I was looking at trying to play another game. And a game that always stuck out to me that I wanted to play, and I used to play it as a kid, is the OG TMNT on the Nintendo.
Oh, that old school one where you did the swimming thing and there's a little shocking thing.
So everybody always gives that game shit. AVGN did a video on it. Like I think it was like his second or third video he ever did, giving it shit. But I watched this guy speed run it, and he beat it in like 20, just under 30 minutes, I think. But he also uses like there's areas where there's like glitches in the game.
He also uses like Game Shark and
Game Genie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, it was Game Genie then.
But when I watched him play it, I'm like, you know what? Like, if I took my time, it's not as difficult as we thought it was as a kid. If you know where to go and you know what to do, right? Like as a kid, we sucked. You couldn't ever get past that damn level, right?
Yeah, I know.
So I have now since made it past the damn level, no problem.
Yeah,
I've made it past the next level after that, which is the one where you drive around in the turtle van.
Okay.
But I haven't made it past the next level after that. So I have 3 levels to go to beat the game. So it would be...
Are you playing on the Cowabunga edition?
No, I'm playing it on OG. Original.
Oh, really?
Nintendo.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
so
not bad, then.
I've been sitting down every night playing like maybe a half hour to an hour, depending. And like I can breeze through that first little bit, no problem now. And then there's some grinding you have to do kind of in the second level where you gotta get some scrolls to help you, because the scrolls are the best secondary weapon in the game that like kill things instantly. So it's good to have. The issue is some of the platforming in the level after the one I'm at. It just gets so difficult. But I'm gonna keep practicing and playing at it because I'm having fun. Using? So the best 2 turtles to use are Leo and Dawn.
Because the reach.
The reach, 100%. Dawn's got the best reach with a bow. Leo's got the second best reach. Now, Raph is a good one in later levels because there's certain enemies where Raph will one-shot them, but the other people can't. So I'll switch to Raph when I get to that point. Yeah. But I really like it. And there's the one on the, I guess it's the third or second level. It's the one where you drive the turtle van. At the very end of that, you have to do some difficult platforming. And I find that Leo is the best for that because I use his sword as you jump up, and then I use a sword weapon down to kill the enemy so they don't hit you and knock you back into the water. So, yeah.
So what you're saying is nobody likes Michelangelo.
Pretty much, yeah. Michelangelo is a meat shield. He's you give him scrolls and you only use them in the event that all the other turtles are dead.
He's like with the flute up his nose, Michelangelo.
Yeah.
To be fair, he's my least favorite turtle.
He's my favorite, and I don't even play with him. So,
wow.
But it's fun. I think I might try using the NES Classic because then I can do save states and just practice.
You don't have the Cowabunga edition?
No, I don't. I don't have the Cowabunga edition. I have the new Turtles game.
Yeah. Did you get the DLC?
Was it free?
With Yosagi Ojimbo? No, you.
Okay. No, I haven't got it.
It's like extra levels too.
Okay, no, I haven't got it. But I might hook up the NES Classic and use that for save states and just to practice some of the later levels, and plus the rewind features there, right? So,
yeah, fuck,
yeah, pretty much, right?
That's how it is. Speaking of turtles, by the way, I have your movies from my garage sale.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about those.
I had a garage sale, and we made like 500 beans.
Did you really? That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
When we had ours, we only made, I think I made just under $300.
But I went on dates with like 7 people. That was the deal. They just bought dates with me. No, I have I have your movies, but underneath your movies is, I already showed you, my coworker is like, I'm getting rid of some of my toys. Do you want him? Like, I don't need no toys. Like, they're Turtles toys. And I go, oh, really? Well, what kind of Turtles toys are they? And it's the reprinted set. So it's not the original, which is still fine, but the full goddamn set. The only one he doesn't have is Yosagi Ojimbo.
Yeah.
But I have Mondo Gecko, like everybody, Krang in the thing, Shredder, Super Shredder, Splinter. And then he has 4 of the original ones. Yeah. And it's Leo, Donnie, Raph, and Mikey. Original Turtles with the weapons and everything. And I'm like, just gave it to me. Didn't charge me anything.
That's awesome.
So I need to get another shelf just so I can display my turtles.
Yeah.
I have too many turtles, and that's fine by me. That's a problem I'm happy to have. I got too many turtles.
Now, I can't remember. Did you say, are you letting Nathan play with any of them? Because some of them are open, right?
They're all open except no, they're all open actually. He opened them up, put them up. I let him play with 3 of them, and it's these superhero variants.
Okay, does he like them?
He does, but he's not watching the show yet because it's still too violent. But he has it's the Batman-esque Donnie, the Superman-esque Mikey. There's 4 of them, and then the supervillain Bebop and the supervillain Rocksteady.
Oh, okay.
And he likes them, and I go. They're the ones that you move them one way and they go, whoosh-ah, and they punch and they don't stand up. So I'm like, I'm fine with you having these ones because as soon as he saw them, he's like, I want these, and I'm like, no, they're mine.
Yep, I get it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I got rid of it's everyone I got rid of too. Like even the kangaroo, like every single one I got rid of, and it was just like my childhood came back. All I need to get is the Turtles van again, like the old Turtles van.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be set.
Yeah,
I'll be set. So yeah, I got that here, and I haven't opened it up yet. Just looking at me. The only thing the thing that's looking at me right now is my VHS copy of Ninja Turtles 3, the worst one, where they go back in time
to ancient
Japan
or
Japan,
Tokyo?
and they become samurais.
Yeah,
and they go, look, it's Lord Nornaga. It wasn't Lord Nornaga. That was just them being racist.
Yeah, that's a very bad sequel or third. That's still a sequel, I guess.
Would it be trequel because it was 3? Mm-hmm. A trequel? Did I just make up a new one?
Trequel. You did.
The number 1 and number 2 are the best ones. Secret of the Ooze and the first one were the best ones.
Yeah, I think I have a lot of nostalgia for the second one more than the first one because I saw it in theaters.
Because of Vanilla Ice, baby.
Well, but rewatching them, the first one's way better. The second one's just
there's more violence in the first one. They actually used their weapons in the second one because
they weren't allowed. Yeah,
they weren't allowed. But Kevin Nash's Super Shredder was kind of cool.
It was very cool, wasn't it?
Just saying, Kevin Nash
and Toka and Razar.
Yeah, and they were new characters made for that movie specifically, right?
Yeah. I was a little sad we didn't get Bebop and Rocksteady, but
me too. But I also didn't. The one thing I liked about the Michael Bay ones was their version of Bebop and Rocksteady because they were good.
Yeah, they were very.
Best part about that whole movie was Bebop and Rocksteady. They looked the most accurate, and Baxter Stockman kind of was cool.
Yeah,
and Shredder was not bad, but the turtles looked weird. And Johnny Knoxville as a turtle, like I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I hear you.
And Tony Shalhoub as Splinter.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm sorry.
Monk
as Splinter. Or what was his name in Wings?
Antonio? Was it Antonio?
I have no idea. I'm just
Antonio Scarpacci or something, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Antonio
You're probably right.
Scarpacci.
Oh, yeah, Antonio Scarpacci. You nailed that dead on.
Nice.
And then David Schramm was Roy Biggins. Do you remember Roy Biggins?
Roy, that's the Sandman guy, right?
The chubby dude, yeah, the chubby guy.
Yeah.
Did you know Tim Daly? He was like obviously Joe Hackett in the brother. Mm-hmm. He was a voice actor and a huge voice actor. He was the voice of Superman in the animated series.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
He was like the Playboy brother?
Yeah, the fancy one. He is the voice of every. So in I would say 80% of all the animated Superman movies, he is Superman.
Oh wow!
In Justice League, the animated series, the Superman Apocalypse, that's him. He's just like what's his name was the voice of Batman. Kevin Conroy was the voice of Batman. Rest in peace. Mm-hmm. He's the voice, and Mark Hamill was the voice of Joker. It's just those 3 were the kind of the trinity of the voices.
That's pretty.
But you never would have thought of that, right? Like they did Wings.
It's amazing how many people are actors in shows, and you don't realize they do tons of voice acting too.
And you have someone like Awkwafina, who's got the most noticeable voice ever, mm-hmm. and she's doing voice she was in the new Kung Fu Panda movie.
Mm. I didn't see it.
I liked Kung Fu Panda. I love 1, 2, and 3. They should have just stopped at 3.
I don't even think I saw the third one.
Third one was really good. Bryan Cranston is in it. The fourth one just felt. The fourth one just felt rushed. There was no. So the Furious 5, which is Crane, monkey, mantis, viper, and tigress
Mm-hmm.
have been in every movie at some point, helping Poe.
Mm-hmm.
They were not in this movie at all.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
They
And
didn't want to pay the actors to come back.
Well, they didn't want to pay Seth Rogen, Jackie Chan, David Cross, Angelina Jolie, or Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
Those are all big names.
Yeah, it's expensive. I get it, but still, bring in like actors that can do the voices or something.
No, like it's just if you're not going to do it, but it just felt weird because they were part of every movie and they just kind of wrote them out, which was weird for me. But yeah, I watched that. I've seen both Paw Patrol movies because of my son. Mighty Pups and the Paw Patrol. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. Neither of them were bad. Way better than the show. Just saying. I'm not gonna go out and watch it on my own. Not bad. Better than the show. How you doing?
I never had to live through Paw Patrol. I'm happy.
It's still better than Caillou.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Caillou's Satan. He's a Satan child.
Yeah.
I can understand.
And Max and Ruby.
I can understand why parents beat their kids if they turn out like Caillou. My hot take: Caillou is a dick.
Pretty much.
Yep. He just whines all the time. He teaches kids to yell at their
one
parents.
Of these.
Yeah, one of these. Don't make me show you the back of my hand. It says, "Please be nice to me." Anybody can get that reference. I will give you a crisp high five. You know that
Chris high five or
no,
crisp?
A crisp, like a. It's a reference from a show. Don't make me show you the back of my hand. And on the back of his hand, it says, "Please be nice to me."
I don't know that.
You don't get a high five then.
If I Google it, will it find out?
I don't know. Don't cheat. This is like the mini. Don't cheat.
To the back of my hand.
No, it may not.
Nope, that's a song called "Take My Hand." Take my name.
That's a song called "Whoa." That's Two Girls, One Cup. What are you watching, Chris?
Watch your mouth before I show you the back of my hand, and then it says, "Please be nice to me."
Yeah.
Ladies of the battered woman shelters, quiet down. A man is talking. It doesn't show what it's from. It just shows.
You're never gonna know that.
Oh, is it? Oh, I know what it is now. Okay, it's Tracy Morgan, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Tracy Morgan from 30 Rock.
Yeah,
and he's got like he's saying to Liz Lemon, he's like, "Don't make me show you the back of my hand." And he has a Post-it on the back of his hand that says, "Please be nice to me."
Yeah, I watched the first episode of that because I wanted to try to watch it, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know.
It's so good, Chris.
I know everybody loves it. I know
Tracy Morgan's hilarious. Here comes the fun cooker. Just pulls his pants down, shows his butt. That was a really bad Tracy Morgan impression. I can't do it. He kind of talks like he's got marbles in his mouth.
You kind of sound like Frank Catalino there, who doesn't. Tracy Morgan.
Frank Caliendo could have done an amazing. You know who else is really good at impressions? Talking like another fat white dude. Will Sasso.
Oh yeah.
I've been listening to his podcast a lot lately.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of like wrestling thing. His Jesse Ventura is insane.
Yeah. I love listening to anybody that does impressions. Impressions are awesome to me.
I've been watching his podcast on wrestling a lot, or listening to it, and Undertaker's podcast on wrestling is so good.
There's a podcast, eh?
Yeah. So you know what's funny? Let me see the name of this. I know Kevin's not going to be happy with this wrestle talk. We've been all over the place, but we're going to wrestling.
Is it called the Taker Cast?
No, you know what it should have been called?
6 Feet Under with
6 Feet Under. But it should have been called.
Such a great name.
No. Dead Man Talking. Because you know his song is like Dead Man Walking. It should have been Dead Man Talking. His theme song, it had him yelling Dead Man Walking.
Oh, so he's got 20 episodes, eh?
And it's all about like
he talks with Dennis Knight?
He talks about everything. He literally is fully not in character anymore. And he's talking about his Mount Rushmore, the best people he's wrestled with, the worst people. He hated fucking Giant Gonzalez. Yeah, it's an amazing podcast if you're a wrestling fan.
I might have to listen to this.
No, you might have to listen to this. You're gonna fucking listen to it, Chris. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen to it and you're gonna like it, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna do a full episode on it and piss Kevin off.
I like it.
Yeah, so I've been like, and I finally got Ashley into podcasts. she's listening to her podcast now that she's been, I don't know if I said it in the last one, but I'm going to say it again. She got a job. Ashley got a job at Molson Coors.
I think you may have talked
think
about
I
it.
did.
I can't remember.
That's another thing that's been really different because it's the dynamic has kind of changed where it's she's going into the office 3 days a week. And this is really going back to the beginning of the episode. So I'm just kind of back and forth. But yeah, she's been listening to podcasts now in the car ride home and the bus ride home, which has been nice. I told her, I'm like, podcasts are amazing. I'm listening to Critical Role still. I just finished their last episode, which is their live episode at the Greek, which is really good. I'm getting myself all ready for the next season of Vox Machina and the next season of the Mighty Nine. Or the new season of the Mighty Nine. Like they're just releasing that. And I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, podcast, man. That's where you're listening to us now. You're listening to us on podcast.
I'm like slowly disappearing with my
You're
background.
becoming one with the background. Chris has got the ramble, record, repeat background. And he's just kind of like almost like merging into, because you know what it is? It's picking up, like it's not picking up the movement well. I'm assuming if you had a green screen, it'd be better, but
yeah.
You're better this way. Half blue.
I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba da dabba dee dabba da.
You know they remixed that song to something else?
Well, there's a new version out. I'm good and I'm feeling so high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna have the best fucking night of my life.
Yeah, they do that with all. Well, have you heard Eminem's new Houdini?
Yeah, it's literally just the.
Well, it's his old song, and then
remixed.
it's also remixed with
Abracadabra.
Yeah, I like it though. It's a good song.
No, it's okay. I'm kind of like past Eminem right now.
Oh, I like. He can pretty much anything he puts out. I enjoy.
What if he put out a picture of his butt?
He probably has, and I probably enjoyed it.
You're like, ooh. I'm trying to think if there's any new songs I've been listening to that have been really good. Oh, there's a song called Stargazing by Miles Smith, which is really good. Okay. Kind of along the same lines as that Shabuzi, where it's like that one.
The country or drinking in the bar or whatever, the bar song one.
Yeah. I don't mind that. I don't mind Post Malone's new country song.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I heard it the other day and I'm like, that's Post Malone. It sounds very country. Who is it? And the name of the person, and Molly's like, oh yeah, that's a country singer.
Yeah, it's a country singer and Post, but really good song.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of doing country songs now, but that's more like pop country, I think.
Well, that's like Beyonce, right? She did a whole country album.
Man, because she took over her category. She's going to take over every category, which is fine by me. I didn't mind that one song she did. This is Texas. Woo! Where's my breakfast? Woo! That's what it goes, right? This is Texas. Where's my breakfast?
She with freaking Ric Flair?
Woo! That she does though. She has. If you haven't heard that song, she woos. She woos quite a bit. But yeah, like that one wasn't bad. I didn't mind that one. Trying to think what else. I've been listening more to podcasts than to music. Like I've gone through a Metallica kick again. Listened to some Metallica lately. Nathan has gotten even heavier into like hair metal, which is fucking hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. Listens to music, he dances like he's always like, you know, the toddler.
Yeah.
The point and dance kind of thing. But fucking Through the Fire and the Flames comes on, starts headbanging. And I'm like, actually never heard this song until recently. And it's like, where did this come from? I'm not complaining. It's a good song to mosh to, but
that's funny.
Kids, am I right?
Kids, right? What are you gonna
get sick? Oh yeah, we were supposed to record yesterday, and then Nathan got sick, like really sick. He was up at 2 a.m. and he puked 5 times. And we've been very lucky with him. He doesn't really puke much. He didn't have diarrhea, but he's like this over the bucket. Like, you know that I wanted to stop, make it stop, make it. And I'm just like rubbing his back. I'm like, it's okay, buddy. And then he looks at me and it's like coming out of his nose and his mouth, and I'm like, it's okay, buddy.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. You just gotta let it do its thing.
He finally went to sleep at like 6 o'clock. Like he was just puking and not feeling it. Then he finally went to bed. And he's like lying there, like just pale. Lie with me, and I go, okay, buddy. And we both passed out. And I was lucky I had Tuesday off. And he was just the whole day, like, let me see if I can find the picture. Like, so when he was little, I used to sit on the couch and I'd put him between my legs and he would just have his head back on like my leg or something, and that's how he would sit, just because it was kind of like making like a wall.
Yeah.
And no word of a lie, he spent the whole day. Oh, where is it? Like that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not a little boy.
No.
Crawled up in between my legs, and we watched the Paw Patrol movies, which was fine. Again, he was sick. I let him do whatever. We watched Super Mario Brothers because he still loves Super Mario Brothers movie. We watched the DC Super Pets movie.
Oh, nice.
Just watched a bunch of kids' movies, and he did not eat. He did not drink. No, he didn't want anything. So I couldn't get him to drink. And I'm like, do you want a Freezy?
Yeah.
And my wife's like, you gave him Freeze. He's like, oh, it's giving him liquids, man.
Gotta keep him hydrated. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had 3 of the
the big jumbos
over the course of the day. I think he was just afraid that if he had anything, it would make him sick again.
That's probably part of it. Yeah.
Because he's like little and he's never puked that much. Literally, we had like a couple car sicknesses with him, but never like this. But he puked like 5 times.
So some sort of stomach bug.
Yeah, but he didn't have the runs. Didn't have the Hershey squirts. Just puking. No word of a lie. He's like sitting there and he's pale as shit. And we left his pull-ups on. I told him, I'm like, because you're sick, Daddy's going to put pull-ups on you. Just because you don't know. You can't trust
never know. Yeah.
Right? Little champ. Walks over to the potty, pulls his pants down, takes a shit, pulls his pants, like wipes his butt, pulls his pants. I'm just like, I'm proud of you, man. You're still doing it. I gave you the easy out and you're sick and you're still going to the potty.
That's awesome.
I'm proud of you, man. I was just like, what it just reminded me of like the Will Ferrell. You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah.
You're my boy. So, did you watch X-Men 97?
Yes. I don't know. I can't even remember if we mentioned this on last podcast. We may not have. But
awesome.
So good. Yeah, we did talk about it.
We did because we talked about the Gambit episode.
Yeah, we talked about the Gambit episode.
Remember it.
They like, it was cool how they ended it.
Did you see the secret, the ending? Where like they had the after credits thing?
Did I watch the after credits thing?
Apocalypse?
Yeah.
Where he's in Krakoa.
Yeah, so half the group is with Apocalypse in wherever he is, and you don't know the other half. The other half the group is somewhere else.
But no, at the very end,
okay,
you see a person walking in through Genosha, where after all like the death and everything happened.
Okay,
and he bends down and he's like, my brothers, my sisters, something along those lines. He's like, there's so much death. And he picks up a playing card and it's Gambit's card and it's Apocalypse.
Okay. So Apocalypse as
himself.
Apocalypse, right? Yeah. As himself, and he not as the guy, the normal person.
And he picks up, and Sabanur is when he's there and he's Apocalypse now. He picks up the card and it's Gambit's card. And he's like, there's so much death. And in the comics, Gambit becomes Apocalypse's horseman of death.
You told me that. Yeah, you said that you guarantee he's going to come back as one of the horsemen.
Yep, and they're doing literally. They show him sitting there holding the card, and I'm like, they're doing it.
Okay, so that's why you had that suggestion because I didn't see that.
Well, I made that suggestion even before I saw that. I'm just like, they're going to go that route. They're not going to kill off Gambit. Like it's just nothing. The only thing that worries me is I don't know why the guy who wrote the first season got fired, but the guy
he got fired, really?
Yeah, he got let go. Something happened. I didn't really look into it, but apparently he wrote the second season as well, and he gave it to them. I don't know what he did. I don't know if it was probably something no bueno to get fired.
Yeah, it says he was fired in shocking turn of events. Head writer Bo DeMaio had been fired by Marvel Studios. His company email was deactivated and cast and crew were informed he was no longer on the project. DeMaio's Instagram was deactivated but has since returned. No reason for the firing has been released. Interesting.
You don't want to know, right? It's one of those
things. He wrote a lot of season 2, however, unlike season 1, I will not be heavily involved or leading production, cast, recording, design, editorial. This is why I've said I can't really speak to season 2, but looking forward to seeing the final product with you all whenever it airs. Okay. That was back in May.
Yeah. So it's like one of those things you don't know why they did it or what happened. And they obviously have a reason for it.
Of course, there's something.
If it was something like how most things have been going lately with like something to do with a minor, they would have posted it right away.
You would think so.
I'm assuming it's just creative differences. They wouldn't hide it.
Yeah,
right. Like
they would say for these reasons
they have to get ahead of it, right?
Exactly. So
right. So it's like I kind of am upset about it because he did a really good job. Like even that fight with Cable and Jean, so good.
Yeah, the whole series was amazing. They did such a good job.
I love that they made everybody a main character except for Wolverine. Like Wolverine was the main character in the original X-Men.
Yeah.
Now they made everybody badass. Like that one scene where the half human, half Sentinels.
Oh, the Sentinel guys, yeah.
Yeah. And like Wolverine's like, I got 6 reasons for you. And then Nightcrawler shows up, no, 9. And he's holding his swords and the one in the tail. I'm like, fucking right, man. Nightcrawler's badass. He's always been badass.
Yeah.
I think we did talk about this, but I don't care because we talked about it.
We talked about it a little bit. It was 2 months ago. Nobody's going to remember we talked about
Nobody listens to our podcast anymore except for Kevin for our wrestling podcast that he loves.
Derek and Josh listen.
Nah, they just like to bitch when we don't do it. They don't listen anymore. Get out.
Yeah, I haven't listened to their recent episodes, so they may talk about us in that. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Ryan, you never let us know how the cinnamon toast things were.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
No, he just said he got them.
No. He tweeted. He just didn't directly.
Why didn't you let me know? I told you got to tag me with these things.
He didn't tag us, but he did let us know.
No, he's a wet fart.
Vidya Gamer. Let me see what he said.
No, he's a wet fart. He's pissed me off now. We're not friends.
He said,
"No, we're not friends anymore."
Well, the other thing too is they're not posting their podcast to whatchamacallit anymore.
It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch Tacos. That sounds amazing.
He said, to no one's surprise, a Cinnamon Toast Crunch taco shell filled with brownie and ice cream is good. Still feels like it's a solution to a problem nobody had. Get a cone or put ice cream on your cereal.
So you should have tagged me in this. I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of upset you didn't tag me directly.
Should I tag you in it right now?
No, I just saw it.
R3. There, I just tagged you. And now you can respond to the tag.
I'm doing it right now.
What we're gonna say?
I'm mad now.
Oh yeah. So they normally post their podcast to Podbean.
Yeah.
But they haven't posted one in a while. So I'm throwing that out there, Ryan. Why haven't you posted to Podbean? I've seen posts go to the YouTube, but I normally listen on Podbean when I'm driving.
Maybe they have issues with Podbean.
Let me see. Following. I don't need to sort. Retro. Oh, that's Retro Nonsense. Weekend Rental Podcast. So the last one they have is called.
Oh, the glasses are coming on you, all the fart.
The Gamers Take the Cup. And that was on March 29th. So that's the last one that they posted. March 29th. That was episode 1.
You really needed the glasses for that, eh?
It's tiny to read. I can't read it without
zoom in on your phone.
No,
you can put the glasses on and then take them off for dramatic effect for the 2 people watching this.
No, I can't zoom this in. It won't zoom in.
That's what she said.
So yeah, that was episode 174. They have episode 179 on their YouTube channel. So I'm like 5 episodes behind.
Remember we left Podbean and went to Anchor because of how many issues with Podbean.
Oh, Ryan, you're on notice.
From us who take like 3-month hiatuses at a time.
That I can't listen to the episodes on my streaming service of choice because you don't have it on Podbean. Unless they're on
they're on Grindr.
Spotify now. That's where I listen to everything else. I don't know. Let's look.
Oh my God, this is really great
rental
episode.
Podcast. Doesn't look like it. No, I don't see them. Okay.
Why doesn't what? That's a Rihanna and Snack Shack podcast.
Interesting. Okay, well, Ryan, if I don't hear from you in the next few days, I'll tweet to you and ask.
If I don't hear from you for the next few days, I will find another Ryan and ask them.
And I still have something to put in the mail to send to you. It is coming. I just have to find a box for it and pack it up and send it. I haven't done it yet.
It's semen.
It's not semen. It's definitely not semen.
Yep, it's bodily fluids. Don't accept it. You get the box and it's like dripping out the side.
Oh.
And on that note, I'm going to do this.
Record, repeat, random recommendation.
Say that 5 times fast. Come on, I dare you.
No.
It sounded like that cut off. It sounded like it cut off when you played it. Or was that
No,
just me? No?
I can play it again. You want to play it
No,
again?
no, you don't
I'm
need to
playing
play
it. There we go. Just playing in a second.
Record, repeat, random recommendation.
Say that 5 times fast. Come on.
Sounds fine.
It sounded fine that time. If I
Sure?
Yeah, the first time it was cut off.
Really? Okay, let's have one more time.
Random record, repeat, random recommendation.
Say that 5 times fast. Come on, I dare you.
Okay, I'm not going to do it again. I promise. I'm removing it. I am removing it so I can't do it again. Okay, I'm removing it. Oh, curse these, curse these high heels. I'm just giving you. I'm giving you time to find a random recommendation.
Oh.
This is what happens when I have control of things. Oh my gosh. So do you have a random recommendation, Chris? Well, I gotta play it one more time.
No, I actually do have a random recommendation.
A random exclamation.
So
You're a dick.
next week, I'm pretty excited. Next week, I am going to my first concert of the year. I think it's the first concert of the year.
Ooh.
I am driving to London, not England, London,
I was to say,
Ontario.
if you could drive to London, England, that's impressive.
I'm going to see my buddy Neil. And I had reached out to him in the wintertime, I think it was, like maybe January, February. And I'm like, I got the itch to go to a concert. And I gave him some choices. I'm like, here's some concerts that are available. Which one do you want to go to? I'll buy the tickets and we'll go to it. Which one works best for you? So he made his choice. And it just happens to be in London, which is where he lives. So
Okay.
I'm going to see, and I'll go in reverse order of the band. So like the opener to the opening is, they're called Crown Lands. I've never heard of them before. I listened to a couple of their songs actually before we started recording, and they're very much like Rush or Led Zeppelin. They have that vibe to them, like classic rock. It actually was really good. I'm actually looking forward to see them. I think Kevin may have talked about them, like he may have purchased their LP. I'm not sure, but Crown Lands, like the second I heard them, I'm like, oh my god, this is like Rock 95 music. Like it was really good. So there's the opening act. The next act is the Tea Party. I've seen them before. They're fun. Neil's never seen them before, so he's really excited.
Oh, okay. That'll be a really good one.
Yeah. The next one is the Glorious Sons. Love the
Glorious
right?
Sons. Yeah.
So this was just
I'm like eagerly awaiting to find out. Like, so this is all one show.
This is all one show. It's called like Rock in the Park or something.
Oh, I know Rock in the Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the headliner of that day, and I think it's like a 3-day show, but the headliner of that day, and the reason we got these tickets is I'm going to see Nickelback.
Oh, very nice. This is how you remind me.
So in a roundabout way,
age,
last night I was sitting downstairs trying to find something to watch, and on Netflix there's a new documentary to watch, and I watched it, and it's called Hate to Love Nickelback, and it's about Nickelback and how they got to where they are, and it talks about like how everybody hated on them and why they hated on them and how they kind of embraced it and used it to make themselves that much better, and how Nickelback, like, have you seen the clip, and it's Deadpool where he's talking to Fred Savage about Nickelback? Have you seen that clip?
No.
How Fred Savage says like Nickelback sucks, and Deadpool's like, Nickelback doesn't fucking suck, they're Canadian, and he lists all the reasons why they're really good and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Anything with Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds is good,
right? But they went through a lot. Like it was cool to see the history on them. I remember growing up kind of liking them, and then it wasn't cool to like them anymore, right? So I was like, I don't really listen to them.
But
when the songs would come on, I'd be like, oh, I don't mind. I'm not going to turn the station. I'll listen to it. And I appreciate them.
My favorite song from theirs was Hero.
Oh yeah, the Chad
Spider-Man
Kroger and Joseph
soundtrack?
Scott. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it talks about all their albums and how they put the money into it to start out themselves, and they took out like a $30,000 loan to make their first album, and how only one studio would actually hire them, or not studio, is it production company, the record label, sorry, only one record label would hire them. It was Roadrunner Records, and at the time they were known mostly for like heavy metal bands. Like their number one people at the time when they signed Nickelback was like Slipknot. So like all of those heavy metal bands were like, what are you signing these guys for? They're like rock music, like dad rock, right?
And
So
Nickelback is Slipknot is like, God, these guys are so weird. The one guy with like the dildo on top of his head.
yeah. But so it shows how they had their success and why they had their success, and just they're like in the top, I think it's the top 5, if not it's the top 10 most selling artist ever, something along that lines. Like
they became
amazing.
like a meme, right? Like they literally became.
And they talk about that. They were a meme. Like everybody was memeing them. Like everybody hates Nickelback, and they were
not even that. Like it's the one meme I love that they have is like and there's a video from it. It was like a Vine, I think, where he's like, "Look at this graph," and it's just him holding up a picture of a graph. It's like, and then it zooms in on his face. It was funny. It was stupid, but it was funny.
Yeah. So yeah, hate to love Nickelback. It's like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long on Netflix. Watch it. It's great.
So you're recommending that or going to see Nickelback in concert?
Well, I've never seen Nickelback in concert. This is the first time I'm ever going to see them
doing it.
So I'm recommending the actual Hate to Love Nickelback right now, and maybe next one I'll recommend going to see Nickelback in concert.
So that's actually not bad. You know, I think concerts are fun. Any concert is fun. Like I still really want to go see Paramore in concert.
That would be a good show. I'd go do that.
Like I loved of Monsters of Men when we saw them.
That was awesome.
I would love to see Florence and the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Even Metric, but Metric's not touring anymore.
I've seen Metric twice now.
I was saying if they did if they did like a concert where it was like Florence and the Machine, Metric, and Paramore, I would have been like, I'm there. Like Paramore, like I'm really into Paramore. I've always been into Paramore, but like I like Paramore. It's just the music is catchy. It's got a good beat to it and stuff like that. Man, I just wish I knew what segment this was. I have no idea. Oh, no, I'm just joking.
That would have been technically the 5th time, and we did say that 5 times fast. So.
Say that 5 times fast. I dare you. It was kind of slow. So I am going to recommend something I brought up to you, and I was going to be my recommendation, and I was going to surprise you with it, but it's the Undertaker podcast.
Okay.
If you are a fan of wrestling at all, it's really cool to hear Mark Calloway talk. He's the Taker, but completely not in kayfabe anymore. This guy lived as the Taker.
Oh yeah.
Like nonstop. No one knew him as anything other than the Taker. And if you are a wrestling fan at all, it is a very good listen. It is a very enjoyable listen. And he's just a really talented guy on the mic. And the dude that's doing the podcast with him is also very good. Kind of stutters on his words a little bit, but is not like to the point where you're kind of annoyed by it. Not like Rick and Morty, like Morty, right? Not like that. It's just he gets excited and stuff like that. So that would be my.
What's it called again?
It would be called 6 Feet Under podcast.
And you said it should be called
A Dead Man Talking.
Because
that like when Undertaker had his theme song, it was like Dead Man Walking. He's like, shut up, but I don't know if that's how it's kind of like how WWE did their thing. But like he talked about like how he made Vince go back and talk to Bret Hart after the Montreal Screwjob. Like
I'm looking. So I just looked. Looks like they've been posting them since February of this year. Because the first one was Undertaker on Cody Rhodes, Triple H, Royal Rumble, The Rock's return, and more.
They talked about everything, right? 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway.
Ooh, Jake the Snake, Mick Foley, heels, and how Undertaker creates his Mount Rushmore. Ooh, I might have to start with that episode.
It's all good, and they're not like crazy long either. Like they're not like you're sitting.
And it looks like they're about an hour, just under an hour.
Yeah,
some of them are a little bit shorter.
Yeah, but it should be like I really feel it should have been dead man talking, but whatever.
Does he end every episode with "Rest in peace"?
No.
He should. He should also do that.
I think he's just kind of like done with the Taker character, and now he's getting to tell his stories. And this guy's got so many stories.
Oh, I could imagine the stories he's got.
He goes into like talking about Ming, like Ming the Barbarian, how like nobody wanted to fuck with him because he's just literally like everyone thought the Taker was tough, but Ming was the fucking toughest guy in the whole thing. But he's not the only person that said that. Everybody's like, who wouldn't you mess with outside the ring? Everyone's like Ming. Ming.
Yeah.
You know. So that's my recommendation. And I also found the Weekend Rental podcast. They're on Apple Podcast.
Apple? I don't have Apple.
They have 180 podcast episodes.
I said they're on 184, didn't I?
No, you said 179.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have Apple Podcast.
But you could listen to it, couldn't you?
I'd have to use YouTube to listen to it.
Oh.
It's on YouTube.
Go on Spotify, Ryan. Get with the times.
That's why I'm like 6 episodes behind. I'm like, why haven't I seen an episode?
And send me damn freaking pictures about the tacos you make when I ask you questions about them. I do not go on damn Instagram enough. You know
Twitter.
this.
X. It was Twitter.
Whatever. I don't do social media. It's for gifts and stupid shit. How many stupid videos do I send you?
All the time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I use it for. God. Can you not think about me and my feelings?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Damn it, Ryan. Jesus. Get with the program.
God damn, Ryan. So mad. I just don't.
The Rambo.
People are going to hate us.
Pretty much.
And you banging your microphone to play it like a. I'm
playing along.
Terrible. It sounds like a wet fart. That's what it sounds like. We just need a jug, yeah.
I got a jug right here. Watch. No,
it sounds like you're blowing into a wide butthole. That's a little better. Mine does it too. Wait, is that a Yeti? I can't see. Yeah, it is. Good.
Yeah,
good. We only use branded goods on.
It's Molly's Yeti. I inherited it because she's got a Stanley now.
I have a Stanley. He just shit in the car last time. Ashley. So on Sundays, that's my Monday now. I have that's my Friday. I have Monday, Tuesday off. I've been leaving the car, and then I take the GO train home, and then Ashley picks me up from the GO station, and she's like, "Hey, thought this was going to be a good idea. I brought Stanley. It was not a good idea. He got really excited, and he started crying, and I didn't know what it was, and he had to shit. So I took him outside, and he shit like 3 times at the parking lot at the GO station. And I'm like, well, why didn't you take him shit before he comes? She's like, I did. This is his 4th shit. She's like, just put your stuff in the back and I'll be there in a second. And I open the fucking trunk and there's a fucking hot turd in the trunk. And he sat on my work coat and there's a big shit smear on my work coat. And I go, first off, it's 5 shits. And second, this is not a good idea at all. I have to like wash my coat. We have to wash the mat in the back of the car.
He was so happy to see you. He shit.
I wasn't even there yet. There's just a fucking hot turd in the back of the car. And Nathan's sitting there like watching his iPad or his tablet. And I'm like, you didn't smell that? Oh, hi, Dad. And they go but like actually at the windows, like they were open, but it's like we got a fucking dog turd in the car. As soon as I open it, the smell hit me, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh, poor Stanley.
Families, am I right? Yeah. So my brother, quickly before we leave, because we're just rambling. My brother got into opening Pokemon packs again.
Okay.
Like the cards.
Yeah.
He fucking opened the one. He bought the one from Costco.
Oh, like the packs, like
the 151. Yeah, the 151, like from all like that's the original set.
Okay.
With updated art. And he got a fucking full art Zapdos. So and it's got the 2 other legendary birds, and it's worth like $65.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, and then he got another one that was worth like $80.
Oh, geez, nice.
And I told him, I'm like, don't get bit by the bug.
Yes. Get out while you're ahead.
You've got your luck. And he's like, I'm just collecting them.
Oh, okay.
I go, that's always how it goes, man. Look what happened with me in video games at the time. I'm like, I'm going to make so much money.
But you got out. You got out ahead.
I did. Hands are shaking.
Now it's just comics.
I have like so many comics, but I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of those. Like I told Nathan, I'm like the whole Lion King thing. Everything the light touches is yours. Nathan. all this shit. All this shit right there.
Stay away from there.
Hey, we don't go there. That's where the
Daddy's porn.
That's the hyenas area. The hyenas. That's what he calls them.
The hyenas.
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 Well, I guess we're gonna play us out. It was a good episode. I'm glad to be back. Kind of mad at Ryan because he didn't tell me the cinnamon tacos. Dear diary, Ryan's a twat. That's what this episode's going to be called.
Dear
Episode
diary,
52.
Ryan's a twat.
Dear diary, Ryan's a twat. And he's going to listen to it. He's like, oh, I have to listen to this now. He'll be like, maybe it's some other Ryan. And the best part is he's not going to hear about it till the end of the episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's got to listen to the whole thing just to get to hear, Ryan, you're not a twat. I'm just using this as clickbait. And it worked. Well, with that being said, you can find me on X at R3_podcast. I will not reply to things because obviously I don't unless you tag me directly. Where can we find you, Chris?
You find me at Nintendo Hodge on Twitter because I'm not calling it X, and Instagram and YouTube. I've been putting out some yard sale videos, so go check those out. They're been a lot of fun.
You've just been putting out yardstick videos. Like, look at this yard.
This is a 30-incher.
Look at this yardstick. You know what? People would fucking love that shit. And it's just like a 5-second video. Look at this yardstick.
Just that's it. End it. Neither of us, we're just drinking water, just so everybody knows. That's it. We haven't had anything else. There's been no substance. It's just water.
I know, but I would totally watch that on YouTube. Look at this yardstick. Ryan, get on it. You can make it up to me. Oh. And on that note, I played music.
Proper music.
Record, repeat, random.